We are live. Hare Krishna, Jai Mataji, Hare Krishna, Raslila Mataji. So when you are ready, Mataji, kindly start the recitation with invocation prayers.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. दूरेण हि अवरं कर्म बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय बुद्धौ शरणम् अन्विच्छ कृपणाः फलहेतवः.
O Dhananjaya, keep all abominable activities far distant by devotional service, and in that consciousness surrender unto the Lord. Those who want to enjoy the fruits of their work are misers.
बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृत दुष्कृते तस्माद् योगाय युज्यस्व योगाः कर्मसु कौशलम्.
A man engaged in devotional service rids himself of both good and bad reactions even in this life. Therefore strive for yoga, which is the art of all work.
कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः पदं गच्छन्ति अनामयम्.
By thus engaging in devotional service to the Lord, great sages or devotees free themselves from the results of work in the material world. In this way, they become free from the cycle of birth and death and attain the state beyond all miseries by going back to Godhead.
यदा ते मोहकलीलं बुद्धिर्व्यतितरिष्यति तदा गन्तासि निर्वेदं श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतस्य च.
When your intelligence has passed out of the dense forest of delusion, you shall become indifferent to all that has been heard and all that is to be heard.
श्रुतिविप्रतिपन्ना ते यदा स्थास्यति निश्चला समाधाव अचल बुद्धि तदा योगम अवाप्स्यसि.
When your mind is no longer disturbed by the flowery language of the Vedas, and when it remains fixed in the trance of self realization, then you will have attained the divine consciousness.
अर्जुन उवाच स्थितप्रज्ञस्य का भाषा समाधिस्थस्य केशव स्थितधिः किं प्रभासेत किम् आसीत व्रजेत किम्.
Arjuna said, O Krishna, what are the symptoms of one whose consciousness is thus merged in transcendence? How does he speak, and what is his language? How does he sit, and how does he walk?
श्रीभगवान् उवाच प्रजहाति यदा कामान् सर्वान् पार्थ मनोगतान् आत्मनि एवात्मना तुष्टः स्थितप्रज्ञः तदोच्यते.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O Parth, when a man gives up all varieties of desire for sense gratification, which arise from mental concoction, and when his mind, thus purified, finds satisfaction in the self alone, then he is said to be in pure transcendental consciousness.
दुःखेषु अनुद्विग्ना मनाः सुखेषु विगतस्पृहाः वितरागभयक्रोधः स्थितधीर्मुनिरुच्यते.
One who is not disturbed in mind, even amidst the threefold miseries, or elated when there is happiness, and who is free from attachment, fear, and anger, is called a sage of steady mind.
Ya sarvatra anabhisneha tat prapya subhashubham na abhinandanti na dveshti tasya prajna pratishtita.
In the material world, one who is unaffected by whatever good or evil he may obtain, neither praising it nor despising it, is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge.
Yada samharte chayam kurmo angani va sarvashaha indriyani indriyarthebhya tasya prajna pratishtita.
One who is able to withdraw his senses from sense objects as a tortoise draws its limbs within the shell, is firmly fixed in perfect consciousness.
Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinah rasavarjam rasopi asya param drushtva nivartate.
Though the embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, the taste for objects remains. But ceasing such engagements by experiencing a higher taste, he is fixed in consciousness.
Yatato he api konteya purushasya vipaschitaha indriyani pramathini haranti prasabham manaha.
The senses are so strong and impetuous, O Arjuna, that they forcibly carry away the mind even of a man of discrimination who is endeavoring to control them.
Tani sarvani samyamya yukta asita matparaha vashehi yasyendriyani tasya prajna pratishtita.
One who restrains his senses, keeping them under full control, and fixes his consciousness upon me, is known as a man of steady intelligence.
Dhyayato vishayan pumsah sangateshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha kamat krodha bhijayate.
While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them, and from such attachment lust develops, and from lust anger arises.
Krodhat bhavati sammoha sammohat smriti vibhramaha smriti brahmashad buddhi nasho buddhi nashat pranashyati.
From anger, complete delusion arises, and from delusion, bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost, and when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into the material pool.
रागद्वेष विमुक्तैस्तु विषयान् इन्द्रियाश्चरन् आत्मा वश्येरविद्येत् विधेयात्मा प्रसादम् अधिगच्छति.
But a person free from all attachment and aversion and able to control his senses through regulative principles of freedom can obtain the complete mercy of the Lord.
प्रसादे सर्वदुःखानां हानिरस्योपजायते प्रसन्नचेतसो हि आशु बुद्धिः पर्यवतिष्ठते.
For one thus satisfied in Krishna consciousness, the threefold miseries of material existence exist no longer. In such satisfied consciousness, one's intelligence is soon well established.
नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना न च अभवयतः शान्तिः अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्.
One who is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace?
इन्द्रियाणां हि चरतां यन्मनो अनुविधीयते तद् अस्य हरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नावम् इवाम्भसि.
As a strong wind sweeps away a boat on the water, even one of the roaming senses on which the mind focuses can carry away a man's intelligence.
तस्माद् यस्य महाबाहो निगृहीतानि सर्वशः इन्द्रियाणि इन्द्रियार्थेभ्यः तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता.
Therefore, O mighty armed, one whose senses are restrained from their objects is certainly of steady intelligence.
या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागर्ति संयमी यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुने.
What is night for all beings is a time of awakening for the self-controlled, and the time of awakening for all beings is night for the introspective sage.
अपूर्यमानम् अचलप्रतिष्ठं समुद्रम् आपः प्रविशन्ति यद्वत् तद्वत् कामायं प्रविशन्ति सर्वे स शान्तिम् आप्नोति न कामकामी.
A person who is not disturbed by the incessant flow of desires that enter like rivers into the ocean, which is ever being filled but is always still, can alone achieve peace, and not the man who strives to satisfy such desires.
विहाय कामान् यः सर्वान् पुमांश्चरति निःस्पृहः निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः स शान्तिम् अधिगच्छति.
A person who has given up all desires for sense gratification, who lives free from desires, who has given up all sense of proprietorship and is devoid of false ego, he alone can attain real peace.
एष ब्राह्मी स्थितिः पार्थ नैनं प्राप्य विमुह्यति स्थितवास्यम् अन्तकालेऽपि ब्रह्मनिर्वाणं रक्षति.
That is the way of spiritual and godly life, after attaining which a man is not bewildered. If one is thus situated, even at the hour of death, one can enter into the kingdom of God. Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Mataji. So beautifully recited. Thank you so much. We got devotees joined. Jagruti Chandra Mataji, Pawan Prabhuji, Mrida Sachi Mataji, Dandavat pranam. Thank you for kindly joining.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat pranam everyone. Thank you so much.
And Usha Mataji as well. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Dandavat pranam, Prabhuji.
Pranam. Okay, so we shall move on to next is the japa. Can I request any devotee to do the Panchatattva mantra 3 times and then we shall start japa.
Can I do it properly?
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna
Hare 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 Ram Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare.
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Hare, Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare, Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare.
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare.
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
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 Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
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 Hare
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 Hare,
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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare.
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram,
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Ram.
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Ram
Rama
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Rama
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
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 Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna. Okay. Dear devotees, if anyone still chanting, kindly complete the chanting behind. So meanwhile, we shall move on to the next part. So it's the Kirtan. So we haven't got any allocated devotees. So we would be allocating the devotees for all the services like Kirtan, Mangalachan prayer, Guru Vandana, like that. We will give the opportunity to the devotees. Indulekha Mataji, would you like to lead the Kirtan Mataji if you are available? If Mataji is not available, Rasleela Mataji, would you like to sing Mataji in a Kirtan? Mataji is not available. Um, um,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, did you call me Prabhuji or not?
Would you like to sing Kirtan Mataji?
Is someone sing then?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, sorry, I
Okay.
was a bit busy. I didn't pick. Sorry, Prabhuji. You had Vrindavan Ramyasthane, no?
Yes, Mataji.
Can I do that one?
Thank you, Mataji. You want someone to respond or you want to do a new one?
Yeah, if anyone want to respond, it would be nice.
Sorry, Prabhuji, I didn't hear. I was a bit away from the. Sorry, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Good, Mataji.
Can I?
Meena Mataji, you want to respond to Indulekha Mataji?
Yes.
Okay, very nice. Thank you, Mataji. And for the Guru Vandana, Rasleela Mataji, would you like to lead? So everyone will follow Mataji for Guru Vandana.
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you. And for the Mangalachan prayers, would like to any volunteers to lead? Mrida Sachi Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, we all fall behind you. And then later on, we will see if any new devotees join, and that time for Narsima prayers. Okay, so now Indulekha Mataji and Gaurangi Mataji.
Hare
Me
Krishna.
or me or
Sorry, Indulekha
Meena
Mataji.
Mataji, Prabhuji.
Sorry, apologies.
Hare Krishna. Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Vrindavana Ramyasthana Divya Chintamani Dhama Ratana Mandira Manohara
Vrindavan Ramyasthana Divya Chintamani Dham Ratna Mandira Manohara
Vrindavana Ramyasthana Divya Chintamani Dhama Ratana Mandira Manohara
Vrindavan Ramyasthana Divya Chintamani Dham Ratna Mandira Manohara
Ratana Mandira Manohara
Ratna Mandira Manohara
Avrita Kalindi Nire Raja Hamsa Keli Kore Tahe Sobhe Kanaka Kamala
अमृत कालिंद नीरे राजा हमसा के लिकार ताहे सोबे कनक कमाल
Tahe Sobhe Kanaka Kamala
ताहे सोबे कनक कमाल
Hare Madhya Himapita Astadale Bestita Astadale Pradhana Naika
तारे माथे हिमापथ आस्तादले वसिष्ठ आस्तादले प्रधान नायिका
Astadale Pradhana Naika
अस्तादले प्रधान नायिका
धारे मध्ये रत्नासाने बसिया छे दुई जाने श्याम संग सुंदरी राधिका
तरे मते रत्नासाने बंसिया च दुई जाने श्याम संग सुंदरी राधिका
श्याम संग सुंदरी राधिका
श्याम संगे सुंदरी राधिका
वृंदावन रम्य स्थान दिव्य चिंतामणि धाम रत्न मंदिर मनोहर
वृंदावन रम्यस्थान दिव्या चिंतामणि धाम रत्नमंदिर मनोहर
रत्न मंदिर मनोहर
रत्नमंदिर मनोहर
रूपाल बन्यारासी अमिया परिचे खासी हास्य परिहास्य संभाषणे
रूपलग्नासि अम्या परिचकाशि हास्य परिहास संभाषण
हास्य परिहास्य संभाषणे
हास्य परिहास्य संभाषण
नरोत्तम दास कोई नित्य लीला सुख मोई सदाई पुरुष मोरा माने
नरोत्तम दास कोय नित्य लीला सुख मोय सदा स्वरुख मोय मान
सदाई पुरुष मोरा माने
सदा ईश्वरुक मोरा मान
वृंदावन रम्य स्थान दिव्य चिंतामणि धाम रत्न मंदिर मनोहर
वृंदावन रम्य स्थान दिव्य चिंतामणि धाम रत्न मंदिर मनोहर
रत्न मंदिर मनोहर
रत्न मंदिर मनोहर
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
वृंदावन धाम की जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय निताई गोपीमानंदी
हरि हरि बोल
Vivo.
हरे कृष्ण
थैंक यू
Thank you.
Hare
So
Krishna.
beautiful.
This is the picture for Vrindavana Ramyasthan. Thank you, Mataji.
So that's so beautiful picture. Very nice.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, shall move on. To next is the Guru Vandana. Raslila Mataji, when you are ready, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
And the devotees, wherever it is possible, kindly unmute and follow Mataji. Please, Mataji.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Guru Charana Padma Keval Bhagati Sadma
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhagati Sadma
Bandho Moe Savadana Mate
Bandha Muni Savadana
यहारा प्रसादे भय एव भव तोरे आए
Jahar Prasadi
हे
Turiya Jai
कृष्ण प्राप्ति होए यहाँ होए ते
Krishna
Prapti Hai Jaha Hote
गुरुमुख पद्मा वाक्य चित्ते ते कोरिया क्या
Guru
Padma
Chitte
Koriya
आरना कोरियो माने आशा
Asha
श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति
Shri Guru Charane Rati Tamagati
प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा
Jai Prasadi Pure Sarvo Asha
चक्षुदान दिल रे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से
Chokhudan Dilo Jai Janme Janme Prabhu Se
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो
Divya Gan Hriday Prakashito
प्रेमा भक्ति यहाँ होते अविद्या नाश जाते
Prema Bhakti Jahute Vinasha Jate
वेदे गाए जहाँ चरितो
Vede Gai Jahara Chirito
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनार बंधु
Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adavara Bandhu
लोके नाथ लोके राजीवाना
Lokanath Lokera Jivana
आहा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छाया
Aha Prabhu Karu Daya Deho Chaya
एबे जसे गुशुक्ति भुवाना दुई पद लैल शराना तेरा प्रभु पाद पतित पवाना
Prabhupada Patita Pavana
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद
जय जय
जय जय
प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद जय जय
जय
प्रभुपाद
जय
प्रभुपाद
जय जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव
जय जय
गुरुदेव
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव जय जय
जय जय
गुरुदेव
गुरुदेव
जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय
जय
ग्लोरीज टू श्रील प्रभुपाद
Right. Thank you, Mataji. Very beautiful. That very nice.
थैंक यू हरे कृष्ण
So, shall we move on next with Mangalacharan prayers by Mrida Sachi Mataji. Mataji, when you're ready, kindly lead the Mangalacharan prayers, Mataji. We all follow behind you. Mrida Sachi Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनं शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरु गौरवे नमः।
Oh,
अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः।
वे नमः
श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति सोपदान्तिकम्।
श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं
मनोभीष्टं
स्थापितं येन
पदन्तिकं
स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति
स्वां पदान्तिकम्
स्वपदान्तिकम्।
वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुक्तपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथावितं तं सजीवम्।
वन्दे श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च
साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं
सग्रजातं
तं सजीवं
रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम्।
साद्वैतं सावधूतं
साद्वैतं सावधूतं प्रजीनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखा वितंश्च
साद्वैतं
सावधूतं परिजना
तं
सहितं
परिजनसहितं
सहितं
चैतन्यदेवं
कन्नदेवं
सहगणा ललिता
गणललिता
पदान्
शाखान्वितां
सहगणा
साधुवांश्च।
हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपीकांता राधाकांता नमस्तुते।
हे कृष्ण
करुणा
कृष्ण
सिंधु
करुणिन्दो
दीनबन्धु जगत्पते
दीनबन्धो जगत्पते
गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता
गोपेशा
राधाकान्ता
गोपिकान्ता
नमस्तुते
राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते।
Namaste.
तप्तकंच गौरांगी तप्तकांच गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्ववानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये।
तप्त
कञ्चन
काञ्चन
गौराङ्गी
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 राधे
राधे
वृन्दावनेश्वरी
वृन्दावनेश्वरी
विश्वानुसुते देवी
विश्वानुसुते
प्रणमामि
देवी
हरिप्रिये
प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये।
हरिप्रिये
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः।
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च
पतितानां
पतितानां
पावनेभ्यो
पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
नमः
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन इति नामिने।
नमो
पदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय
भूतले
भूतले श्रीमति
वेदान्त
भक्तिवेदान्त
स्वामिने
इति नामिने
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषे शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे।
नमस्ते
सरस्वती
सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी
प्रचारिणे
प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय श्री
जय श्री
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
चैतन्य
चैतन्य
प्रभु
प्रभु
नित्यानंद
नित्यानंद
अद्वैत
श्री
गदाधर
अद्वैत गदाधर
शिवासादि
श्रीवासादि गौर
भक्तवृंदा।
भक्त।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्ण कृष्ण
हरे हरे
कृष्ण
हरे हरे
Ram
हरे
Hare
राम
Ram
हरे
Ram
राम
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 हरे
हरे
हरे।
हरे हरे।
More times, Mataji, if you like.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, Prabhuji, for disturb.
One or two more times, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare
हरे
Krishna,
कृष्णा
Hare
हरे
Krishna,
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
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 Krishna,
हरे
Hare
हरे
Hare,
राम
Hare Rama,
हरे
Hare
राम
Rama,
हरे
Rama
हरे
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
Krishna,
कृष्ण
हरे
Hare
हरे
Hare,
कृष्ण
हरे
हरे
राम
Hare Rama,
हरे
Hare
हरे
राम
Rama,
राम
Rama
राम
राम
Rama,
राम
Hare
हरे
हरे
Hare.
हरे।
हरे।
Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. And also, baby sounds are also so beautiful, Mataji. Very nice. Okay, that is the Mangalacharan. And we shall move on to next is the Premadhvani praise. Can I request Sita Sundari Mataji to lead a Premadhvani praise if Mataji is available?
Yes, sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all devotees. Okay. Jai Nitya Lila Prabhishta Om Vishnu Pada Paramangsha Paribrajik Charya Ashtatara Shatasri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki
जय
Jai Om Vishnupada Paramangsha Paribrajak Acharya Ashtatara Shatasri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki
जय
जय
Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai
जय
Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai
जय
जय
ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai
जय
प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय
जय
श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की
जय
जय
वृंदावन धाम की
जय
जय
मथुरा धाम की
जय
नवद्वीप धाम की
जय
जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की
जय
गंगा मई की
जय
यमुना मई की जय
जय
तुलसी देवी की जय
जय
भक्ति देवी की जय
जय
संकीर्तन यज्ञ की
जय
बृहत मृदंग की
जय
समवेत भक्त वृंद की
जय
गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि
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 हरि बोल
हरि
बोल
बोल
Hare Hare.
all glories to assembled devotees
हरे
हरे
Hare Krishna,
कृष्णा
all glories to the assembled devotees
हरे
हरे
Hare
कृष्णा
Krishna,
all glories to assembled devotees
Hare
Krishna.
All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Beautiful, Mataji.
Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji,
Hare
for
Krishna.
giving opportunity.
Thank you, Mataji. Very beautifully led this Srimad praise. Thank you so much. Very wonderful. Okay, thank you so much, dear devotees, for kindly participating. So now we shall move on to Srimad Bhagavadgita. So today's session, it is covering 66 and then 67. So this one today, in the last session, we have been discussing controlling the senses. Krishna is speaking to Arjuna about controlling the senses and what happens. And also he also mentions it is very difficult to control the senses. And it will, senses are always leading the mind in whatever the way they wanted. And mind also wanted to go along with the senses. So that is the natural positions of the mind and the senses. In the last two sessions, in the last two shlokas, Krishna was speaking about if the senses are engaged in the materialistic things, and then he will get first of it starts from the contemplation, and then later on he gets an association, and then sangha, and then by the desires. After that, if desires are not fulfilled, anger will come. And anger comes, then samoha, that is illusion. Illusion comes that later on, the intelligence does not work. And when intelligence does not work, automatically buddhinasat pranasthiti. And then he'll fall down into material pool. Means janma mrityu jara vyadi dukkha doshanadasham. Okay, so that is the contemplation on the material objects. After that, Krishna says, Raga dvesh vimuktaistu vishyan indriyesharan atmavasyehi vidheyatma prasadam adhikachyati. Prasadam adhikachyati. And completely free from the attachment and also enviousness. Raga and dvesha. Raga dvesha vimuktaistu, free from all those raga and dvesha. Vishyan indriyesharan. And also free from the Vishayan, Indriyesharan, where all these senses are roaming. And then who keeps himself, all these Indriyas in his control. Atmavasyehi videyatma. Who is completely self-controlled. For him, prasadam adhikachyati, mercy of the Lord will be attained. And then once he gets the mercy of the Lord, what happens? He will be prasade sarvadukkanam hanirasyopajaite prasanna chetasyasu buddhihi paryavtistate. So likewise, who is engaged in that, because he got the mercy of the Lord, he will get the pure devotional service. And when he is situated in the pure devotional service, then three miseries of three Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik, Adi Adhyatmik. These miseries does not touch the devotee. Even though they would be coming and going, but they do not touch the heart of a devotee. So likewise, this is prasadi sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajaayate. Prasanna cheso hi asu buddhihi paryavatistate. For one that satisfied in Krishna consciousness, the threefold miseries of material exist no longer. In such satisfied consciousness, one's intelligence is soon well established. Okay, this is, and later on, Krishna is describing, if a person is not situated in the devotional service, if the mind is not fixed or intelligence is not fixed at one particular point, that is Krishna consciousness, how can there will be any happy, and how can without happiness there will be peace? Likewise, Krishna saying there is no chance. And also, when the indriyas are moving from one senses, different kinds of objects, sense objectives, even the one of the sense is engaged like that, it will pull all other senses as well. So likewise, it is very difficult. So likewise, Krishna says, and then it will bewilder the intelligence as well. For example, when the chariot with the 5 horses is going, even the one sense, it is one horse, it is moving other side instead of going with all other ones. Then there will be again imbalance in the chariot. It may fall down, it may go in the wrong direction as well. Okay, likewise, Krishna is saying, so today we are going to first we recite and also get all devotees to recite. And then later on, Gayathri Mataji is going to speak on the 66 and 67 shlokas. So Mridasati Mataji is not available. Mataji is busy with the baby. So Gayathri Mataji kindly accepted to take up this service. Okay, so we shall try to recite this one. So nasti buddhihi ayuktasya na cha ayuktasya bhavanam na cha bhavetah shantihi asantasya kutah sukam. So this is the nasti buddhihi ayuktasya na cha ayuktasya bhavana na cha abhavetah shantihi asantasya kutah sukam. Okay, this is the shloka. So I request the devotees kindly follow line by line. नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य
नास्ति
बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य
न चायुक्तस्य भावनम्
न चायुक्तस्य भावना
न चाभावयतः शान्तिः
न
न
चाभावयतः शान्तिः
शान्तिः
अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्
अशान्तस्य
कुतः
सुखम्
Again. नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य
नास्ति
बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य
न चायुक्तस्य भावना
न चायुक्तस्य भावना
न चाभावयतः शान्तिः
न चाभावयतः
शान्तिः
अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्
अशान्तस्य
सुखम् Once more. नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य
नास्ति
न चायुक्तस्य भावना
न चायुक्तस्य भावना
न चाभावयतः शान्तिः
न चाभावयतः
अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्
अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Can I request the devotees kindly take turns to recite? Jai Mataji, Raslila Mataji, Sita Sundari Mataji, one after another.
नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना न च अभाव्यतः शान्ति अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्. हरे कृष्ण. Thank you.
नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना न चाभ्ययत शान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji.
Nasti buddhi. Sorry, is it Gayatri Mataji or me?
You yourself, Mataji.
Okay. Nasti buddhir ajuktasya na cha ajuktasya bhavana na cha bhavayat shantir asantasya kutaha sukham.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Next, Pawan Prabhuji, and then after the Swarup Prabhuji, after that, Gauringi Mataji.
Hare Krishna. नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना न चाभावयाता शान्तिर् अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Very nice.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Nasti buddhir ayuktasya na chayuktasya bhavana na chava bhayataha shantir asantasya kuta sukham.
Very nice.
Hare Krishna. Nasti buddhir yuktasya na cha yuktasya bhavana na cha bhavayataha santi asantasya kutaha sukham. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Indaleka Mataji, Meena Mataji, and Prabhavati Sachi Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Nasti buddhira yuktasya na cha yuktasya bhavana na cha bhavayantah shantir asantasya kuta sukham. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Meena Mataji.
Santi buddhira yuktasya naicha yuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayatta santi asantasya kruta sukham.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji. Nasti buddhihi ayuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayatah shantihi ashantasya kutah sukham.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Next, Usha Mataji and Gayathri Mataji. Please.
Nasti buddhirayuktasya na cha yuktasya bhavana na cha bhavayatah santasya kutah sukham asantasya kutah sukham. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य न च युक्तस्य भावना न च भावयतः शान्तिर् अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Can I
Hare
try,
Krishna.
Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Yeah. Nasti buddhirayuktasya na chayuktasya bhavana na cha bhavayatah shantir ashantasya kutah sukham. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Prabhuji and Mataji. Okay, any devotees I forgot, any missed? Okay, thank you so much. So this is Nasti Buddhirayuktasya na chayuktasya bhavana na cha bhavitah shantihi asantasya kutah sukham. Sandeep Prabhuji, would you like to read the translation, Prabhuji?
Sure, Prabhu. Yeah. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. One who is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace? Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, we shall move to the next shloka as well, and then later on we hand over to Gayatri Mataji. Okay, so here, if any one of the senses is also disturbed, then all other senses will be completely disturbed, mind will be disturbed, and then it will take away our intelligence. So this is the shloka. Indriyanam hi charitam yanmanu anuvidhiyate tadasya hariti prajnam vayurnavam ivambhasi. Indriyanam hi charitam yanmanu anuvidhiyate tadasya hariti prajnam vayurnavam ivambhasi. Okay, can I request all devotees to follow line by line? Indriyanam hi charitam
Charatam
yanmanu anuvidhiyate
Mano anuvidhiyate
tadasya hariti prajnam
tasya harati prajnam
vayurnavam ivambhasi.
Vayurnavam
Ivambhasi.
Again. Indriyanam hi charatam
Indriyanam hi charatam
yanmanu anuvidhiyate
यन्मनो अनुविधीयते
अनुविधीयते
तदसि हरति प्रज्ञाम्
तदसि हरति
प्रज्ञाम्
प्रज्ञाम्
वायुर्नावम् इवाम्भसि
वायुर्नवम् इवं
वायुर्नयम्
वसति
Okay, once more. इन्द्रियाणां हि चरताम्
इन्द्रियाणां हि चरताम्
सततम्
यन्मनो अनुविधीयते
यन्मनो अनुविधीयते
तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञाम्
तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञाम्
प्रज्ञाम्
वायुर्नावम् इवाम्भसि
वायुर्नावम् इवाम्भसि
Yeah, very beautiful. Can request devotees kindly take a turns to recite. Sandeep Prabhuji, Gayatri Mataji, Sita Sundari Mataji, Pavan Prabhuji, Swarup Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Indriyanam hi charatam yanmano anuvidiyate tadasya harati pragnam vayur navam ivam basi. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण इन्द्रियाणां हि चरतां यन्मनो अनुविधीयते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नावाम् इवाम्भसि हरे कृष्ण
इन्द्रियाणां हि चरतां जन्मां नव अनुभिद्यते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नवम् इवाम्भसि
हरे कृष्ण इन्द्रियाणामि चरतां यन्मनो अनुविधीयते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञाम् वायुर्नावम् इवाम्भसि हरे कृष्ण
हरे कृष्ण इन्द्रियाणां हि चरतं यन्मनो अनुविद्यते तद् अस्य हरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नवम् इवं वसि
Very nice.
हरे कृष्ण
Okay, next, Induleka Mataji, Gaurangi Mataji, and Jai Mataji, Meena Mataji, Jagriti Ranna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Indriyanam hi charatam yanmano anuviddhiyate tadasya harati prajnam vayurnavam ivambhasi.
Very nice. Gaurangi Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी इन्द्रियाणां हि चरतं यन्मनो अनुविधीयते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नवमिवाम्भसि हरे कृष्ण
इन्द्रियाणां हि चरतां यन्मनो अनुविधीयते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नावम् इवाम्भसि हरे कृष्ण
Jagriti Ranna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Indriyanam hi charatam yanamano nuvidyate tadasya harita pragnam vayunavam ivam pasi.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Meena Mataji, please. Yes, Prabhavati Sachi Mataji and Usha Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी इन्द्रियाणां हि चरतां यन्मनो अनुविधीयते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नावाम् इवाम्भसि
Very beautiful. Usha
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Indriyanam charatam yanmano anuvidiyate tadasya harati pragyam vayurnavam ivam basi.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji.
इन्द्रियाणां हि चरतां यन्मनो अनुविद्यते यन्मनो नुविधीयते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञां वायुना वमिवाभसि.
Very nice. Also, select the translation, Mataji, please.
Me,
Yes.
as a strong wind sweeps away a boat on the water, even one of the roaming sands on which the mind focuses can carry away a man's intelligence. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Beautiful. Okay, this is Indriyanam Hicharatam Yanmanu Anuvidhiyate Tadasya Hariti Prajnam Vayunavam Ivam Bhasi. Okay, so very beautiful two of the shlokas. Now we shall hand over the session to Gayathri Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Are you going to share your screen, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. I would like to share my screen.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for giving me this opportunity, and thank you all devotees who are assembled here. I'm very fallen soul. I don't know what I'm talking. Please forgive me when I make any mistakes and fix my mistakes as well. And please, I'll try whatever I have understood with these two shlokas today. So please bear with me. Hare Krishna. I want to seek blessings from Shri Krishna, Srila Prabhupada, Amok Prabhuji, and all the assembled devotees here. Thank you, Indulaika Mataji, and all the exalted devotees here. Thank you so much, Prabhavati Sachi Mataji, and Sita Sundari Mataji, and everyone. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. So, Bhagavadgita, we are here at second chapter, Sankhya Yoga, and 66th verse, which we just read. Nasti buddhira yuktasya, nacha yuktasya bhavana, nacha bhavayata shantir, ashantasya kuta sukham. So one who is not connected with Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace? That's the question here. So we know that without peace, can we have happiness? Anybody can answer? If you are not at peace of mind, if there is no peace of mind, can we be happy?
No.
No. Yes. Why is it so?
We'll be troubled all the time. We'll be worrying and agonizing, and mind.
Yes.
We won't have any peace of mind. So our mind will always be thinking about what went wrong, and we will not be happy.
Yes, Mataji. So basically, when mind is occupied with so many things, fear and anxiety, which is all common in this material world, then obviously mind is always worried. And if mind is worried, there is no happiness, obviously. So basically, we need peace. And how can we attain peace? This is the main thing here we are talking about. So before we go to the purport, I just want to say that there was, first of all, we need to understand that happiness is connected with the materialistic things. So which is not correct, because material things will only give us comfort, but not happiness. That is the very wrong. Usually people will always get confused between happiness and comfort. Yes, comfort will give you some sort of a, it is just the kind of comfortness where you can relax or whatever, but it is not real happiness. So when we think of material comforts, it is not real happiness. So yesterday's class, Amok Prabhuji was telling that they can actually sleep on the grass with the hand like a pillow, placing your hand under your neck as a pillow, and you can still be at peace, and obviously with peace, happiness comes. We just said that. So we need to understand that comfort is not happiness. So there is one thing which I have read it was very beautiful when I read that. Like a teacher asked in a class to write, she gave an assignment to all the little kids what they want to become when they grow up. And one child wrote that he want to be happy. And when the teacher read that the kid wrote that he want to be happy, the teacher was like, "What? You didn't understand my assignment," she said. But the child said, "You didn't understand the life." So the teacher is learning now, because the kids, they just want to be happy. They don't want to know, nothing matters to them. When we are kids, we were very happy. As we grow up, we understood that, oh, why did we grow up? We were very happy when we were kids. And we think that because we didn't have any responsibility, that's why we were happy. But actually, that's not the thing. I think because we were more connected to Krishna when we were young. As we grow, we became more and more connected to the materialistic thing, and Maya covers too much, I think, and then we become more unhappy. So that's what I just think, but I might be wrong. Please, as I told, I am talking whatever I felt like correct. So please do correct if I'm making any mistakes. So purport, can I request anyone to please read this purport? Prabhavati Sachi Mataji or Jai Mataji?
It's okay, Prabhavati Mataji can do it, sorry.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I'm
Hare
on mobile, I
Krishna.
will try.
Yes, Mataji.
Purport by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Unless one is in Krishna consciousness, there is no possibility of peace. So it is confirmed in the fifth chapter, 29 verse, that when one understands that Krishna is the only enjoyer of all the good results of sacrifices and penance, that he is the proprietor of all universal manifestations, and that he is the real friend of all living entities, then only one can have real peace. Therefore, if one is not in Krishna consciousness, there cannot be a final goal for the mind. Disturbance is due to want of an unlimited goal, and when one is certain that Krishna is the enjoyer, proprietor, and friend of everyone and everything, then one can, with a steady mind, bring about peace. Therefore, one who is engaged without a relationship with Krishna is certainly always in distress and is without peace. However much he may make a show of peace and spiritual advancement in I am reading in mobile.
Yes, Mataji.
Advancement in life. Okay. Krishna consciousness is a self-manifested peaceful condition which can be achieved only in relationship with Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Is that all, no, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Mataji.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Yes, so here we already we understood that one who is not connected with the Supreme Krishna consciousness they don't have the transcendental intelligence or a steady mind. Obviously, if we are following always mind is always following the senses, as Prabhuji already told. So we will never have a steady mind or the transcendental intelligence if we are not connected to Supreme, or we are not in Krishna consciousness, then we will not have a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace, which we already read. So here, unless one is here Srila Prabhupada is saying in Bhagavadgita 5.29, here it is said that Bhoktaram Yagna Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarvabhutanam Gnatva Mam Shanti Rachati. So in translation, a person in full consciousness of Krishna. Here Krishna is saying me. So who is full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor of and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material miseries. So first thing we have to understand is, who are we? We are and who is Krishna? Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, we all know. And why is he the supreme personality of Godhead? Because he is the one he is the enjoyer. We are saying here, he is the enjoyer, and whatever sacrifices we are doing, it has to be for Krishna, nobody else. Because Srila Prabhupada always gives us the example of watering to the root of a plant. If we are watering to the flower or a leaf or a stem, a branch, then the plant will not survive, So that's why we have to water to the roots. If we water to the roots, then obviously automatically all the everything will be nourished. Similarly, even when we eat, it has to go to the stomach, and then all our body parts, everything, hands, legs, brain, everything will get the nourishment. So that is what Srila Prabhupada always says. And also we have to understand that we are only part and parcel of Krishna. So when we are only part and parcel of Krishna, that means, what does part and parcel means? So when we are thinking, what does it mean? Like, what is part and parcel? I was thinking about it, and then I realized that when just giving this body itself, our own body, and we have these cells, like for example, we have like red blood cells, for example. If Krishna is the whole body, then we are only like a small cells, like a red blood cells, for example. So what is the what is the job of this red blood cells? To supply oxygen and to carry the oxygen from one part of the body to the another part of the body. Similarly, all the cells in the body are working for the body. So similarly, we are also small parts and parcel of Krishna. So we have to be working for Krishna. So this is what I understood by this 266. So we are all small part and parcel, so we have to be working for Krishna, and he is the proprietor of all. Here it is said, Krishna is the only enjoyer of all the good results of sacrifice and penance, that he is the proprietor of all universal manifestations. He is the proprietor, and that he is the real friend of all living entities. Then only one can have real peace. Only when we serve Krishna, then only we will be at peace. Otherwise, we will be wandering here and there. Our mind will not be steady, and we will not have any peace or happiness. So that is why we have to serve Krishna. Therefore, if one is not in Krishna consciousness, there cannot be a final goal for the mind. So mind will be wandering here and there. It will want to make money, for example. It will make money. It will be serving its senses. Instead of serving Krishna, the mind and our body will be serving our own senses, which is like, it's not correct, because our senses will never be satisfied. No matter how much we serve our own senses, our senses will never be satisfied. And since they are never satisfied, our mind is also disturbed all the time. It will never be at peace. So disturbance is due to want of an ultimate goal, and when one is certain that Krishna is the enjoyer, proprietor, and friend of everyone and everything, then one can, with a steady mind, bring about peace. So we know that there is an ultimate goal. So the disturbance is due to want of ultimate goal. But once we understand that the ultimate goal is Krishna, then we can engage our senses, and our everything what we do has to be to make Krishna happy, not our senses happy. So that is how we can engage. First, we have to understand why we have to do this. And therefore, one who is engaged without a relationship with Krishna is certainly always in distress and is without peace, however much he may make a show of peace and spiritual advancement in life. So without we understanding this relationship, what is the relationship of us with Krishna? If people are just making a show off of spiritual advancement, they will not attain peace. And Krishna consciousness is a self-manifested peaceful condition which can be achieved only in relationship with Krishna. So this is self-manifested peaceful condition they are saying. It has to come within. So, and spiritual masters will help us. Once we understand, once we slowly get into Krishna consciousness, they will make us understand more and more, and we can attain peaceful condition only with relationship with Krishna, when we can serve Krishna. So this is what I have understood with this shloka. And coming to the next shloka, this is 267. Indriyanam hi charatam yanmano anuvidhiyate tadasya harati pragnam vayur navam ivambhasi. So translation, as a strong wind sweeps away a boat on the water, even one of the roaming senses on which the mind focuses can carry away man's intelligence. So if there is a boat without an anchor in the water, then obviously when there is a strong wind, it can go anyway. Whichever way the wind is blowing, it will keep going that way, this way. It doesn't have a proper steady thing. Similarly, our roaming senses also is like on which the mind focuses. So the mind is focusing on the senses and it is carried away by the senses. So the man's intelligence will also be carried away. Similarly, like the boat on the water without an anchor. So may I request Meena Mataji, can you please read the purport, Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji Mataji. Unless all of the saints are engaged in the service of the Lord, even one of them engaged in sense gratification can deviate the devotee from the path of transcendental advancement, as mentioned in the life of Maharaj Ambarish. All of the saints must be engaged in Krishna consciousness, for that is the correct technique for controlling the mind. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for reading it so wonderfully. Yes, so we last time we had a discussion about mind your mind. So when in that we have already covered a lot of things. So in mind your mind talk, when we were talking about, I have listened to Keshav Maharaj. So he has given us 5 things to how to control our mind and all that. We have already spoken about this a lot. So we need to, it is not the controlling the mind. Indulekha Mataji clearly mentioned that day that we are not controlling the mind, but we are actually putting the mind on track, proper track. Instead of, if the mind is going somewhere here and there, then we bring it back to Krishna, to serve Krishna. So that was very nicely mentioned by Indulekha Mataji the other day. And also in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is mentioning, unless all of the senses are engaged in the service of the Lord, even one of them engaged in sense gratification can deviate the devotee from the path of transcendental advancement. As mentioned in the life of Maharaj Ambarisha, all the senses must be engaged in Krishna consciousness, for that is the correct technique for controlling the mind. So we have 9 ways to engage our senses in 9 Navavidha Bhakti, we say. So Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Pada Sevanam, all those 9 are there. But Ambarisha Maharaja engaged everything in Krishna consciousness. So in here we have this shloka here, we have Savai Mana Krishna Padara Vindayor Vachamsi Vaikunta Gunanu Varnane Karur Harer Mandira Marjanadishu Srutim Chakarachyuta Sat Katodaye Mukunda Lingalaya Darshane Drushav Tadbritya Gatra Sparshe Anga Sangamam Grihnanam Chatat Pada Saroja Saurabhe Srimad Tulayasya Rasanam Tad Arpite Padav Hare Kshetra Padanu Sarpane Shiro Rishikesha Padhabhivandane Kamam Cha Dasye Natu Kama Kamayaya Yatottama Shloka Janasraya Ratihi. So, in this Bhagavatam, we have Maharaja Ambarisha is how he engaged all his senses in this. This is very nicely given here. May I request Pavan Prabhuji, if you can read this one, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Sure, Mataji. Maharaja Amrisha always engaged his mind in meditating upon the lotus feet of Krishna, his words in describing the glories of the Lord, his hands in cleansing the Lord's temple, and his ears in hearing the words spoken by Krishna or about Krishna. He engaged his eyes in seeing the deity of Krishna, Krishna's temples and Krishna's places like Mathura and Vrindavana. He engaged his senses of touch in touching the bodies of the Lord's devotees. He engaged his sense of smell in smelling the fragrance of tulsi offered to the Lord, and he engaged his tongue in tasting the Lord's prasada. He engaged his legs in walking to the holy places and temples of the Lord, his head in bowing down before the Lord, and all his desires in serving the Lord, 24 hours a day. Indeed, Maharaja Ambarisa never desired anything for his own sense gratification. He engaged all his senses in devotional service, in various engagements related to the Lord. This is the way to increase attachment for the Lord and be completely free from all material desires. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Hare Krishna. So this one we have read last time also when we were talking about mind. So how Ambarish Maharaja has engaged his mind on lotus feet of the Lord, his words on describing the transcendental qualities of the Lord, hands in mopping the temple of the Lord, ears hearing the activities of the Lord, eyes seeing transcendental forms of the Lord, body touching the bodies of the devotees of the Lord, smelling the nose, smelling the scents of the lotus flowers offered to the Lord, tongue tasting tulsi leaf offered to the Lord, legs going to the pilgrimage of the Lord, head offering obeisances on to the Lord, and desires in executing the mission of the Lord. This is main thing, the desires what we have. It has to be always, our desire should be to execute the mission of the Lord. And here the Lord's mission, Prabhupada has already clearly mentioned, so we can also execute the mission of Srila Prabhupada. Then automatically we are also it is the mission of the Lord also. So we can engage ourselves in executing the mission of Srila Prabhupada. So unless the mind is fixed on lotus feet of the Lord by constant remembrance, such transcendental engagements are not practical. So we need to always engage our mind in how to serve the lotus feet of the Lord. Otherwise, other engagements are not practical. They are mostly useless. So, and also we were talking about the Archana and also Yukta Vairagya that day. So basically Yukta Vairagya means the transcendental engagement of senses and mind to Krishna consciousness, in Krishna consciousness. So we need to we need to always engage our mind and senses in Krishna consciousness. That's what we have. And Hrishikesha, this one also we have read this one last time also. Same thing came again. So I had to talk this again once more. May I request who else are there? Jagruti Mataji. Hare Krishna, Jagruti Mataji, if you are available, can you read this, Mataji? Or Jai Mataji?
Yes,
Okay.
Mataji, sorry.
Hare Krishna, no Mataji.
Hare Krishna, because it's some reason I can't sometimes freeze.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Mataji, what would you like me to read?
If you
Is that
can
so?
read this shloka, Mataji.
Sloka, okay. Is Is this is not a Sanskrit, Mataji?
Oh yes, Mataji. This is I don't
That's
know.
okay. I can try on in the English one.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Sarvopadi vinidamuktam tata paratvena nirmalam hari. Sorry, what is it? Rishikena.
Yes.
Rishikena. Seva namam bhaktir ushyate. Yes, Mataji?
Yes,
Yeah.
Mataji. Thank you.
Sorry for
Rishikesh.
it. Yeah.
Rishikesh. Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji, giving.
So in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, this is very, very important shloka. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam hrishikena hrishikesha sevanam bhaktiruchyate. So we have to engage all our senses in the service of the Lord. That is what here we are seeing. Bhakti or devotional service means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the master of all the senses. When the spirit soul renders service unto the Supreme, there are two side effects. One is freed from all material designations, and one's senses are purified simply by being employed in the service of the Lord. So when we engage our senses in Krishna's service, there are two effects, two side effects. One is we will be freed from all these material designations, which are only miseries usually. So we will get freedom from that. And also one's senses are simply purified by being employed in the service of the Lord. And Hrishikena Hrishikesha, meaning he is the master of the senses. Krishna is the master of the senses, but we are servants of our senses, but he is the master. So if we can serve the master of the senses, which is Sri Krishna, then we will be freed from all these material designations, and also we will be purified, and we can be employed in Krishna, to serve the Krishna. So this was quote from Narada Pancharatra and Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.12. So this is all for today. I understood whatever Prabhuji asked, and I tried my and understood this much. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving me this opportunity, and also please forgive all my mistakes, and all the exalted devotees here, please give me some feedback where I made any mistakes. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, you done very nicely done. Very, very nicely done. No mistake, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji, for you have delivered the message, the essence, in a summarized way. Very beautiful, Mataji. All essential points are covered. Okay, again, everything is rolling around the mind, how to control it.
Yes.
So that is where, that's why mandir, and mantra. Mantra is which delivers the mind. Mandir means where we go, and then mind will become peaceful. For that one, so many things are, and meditation, dhyana. These are all only to control the mind. And that one is possible. Even there are so many things, but a devotion service is the only one which can control the mind. Otherwise, it will deviate to different things.
Yes.
Okay, very beautiful, Mataji. And again, you have mentioned one point about the Archana. Again, Archana is also comes one of the statements. Kapil Bhagavan says, when a person is situated in the devotional service, he needs to recognize the Lord existing in the heart of all living entities. Though if he is engaged, he should not discriminate any people. So he says that Aham Sarveshu Bhuteshu Bhutatman Avstitah Sada Tam avadhyaya mam matyah kuriti archa vidambanam. Kuriti archa vidambanam. When vidambanam is only for the show off purposes. Kuriti archa vidambanam. And if one does not recognize, and then he will discriminate based on the bodies. It is his kind of worship is the vidambanam, just imitations only. And he also mentions that again, hitvarjam bhajite bodhyat bhasmani eva juhoti saha. And all your worship, it is just like a pouring ghee into the ashes. When you are discriminating on the body, this is a cat, this is a dog, like that. It is bhasmani eva juhoti saha. Okay, so but here one should not discriminate even the living entities. Again, there are, when we are progressing in the devotional series, Kanishtadhikari, Madhyamadhikari, Uttamadhikari, so different levels. But we progress, but we have to cross all these steps. In between, even the ones progressing so many years, still discriminating on the bodies and people. He is a devotee, he is not a devotee. He is likewise, if a discrimination is there, that means he has not gone yet, though he has been practicing for so many years. This is Basmaniyo Juhoti Saha. Okay, so but here the fix his mind on the lotus feet of the Lord. Gradually, it is starting from the lotus feet of the Lord. Ekaikashangan dhyanu bhavayet padadiyavadasitam gadabritaha jitam jitam sthanam pohyadharyet param param sujjiridihi yatha yatha. As we gradually meditate on each and limb from lotus feet, and then legs, and then thighs, and then navel, and then chest, and then neck, and then shoulders, and the face, hair, and eyebrows, eyes, and his cheeks, and his earrings, and all those things. Then gradually his param sujjadihi yatha yatha. Dhi is the intelligence. Sujjati, it will be cleansed. And then when we are just meditating like that, Sanchintayed Bhagavataha Charanaravindham Vajrankushadvaja Saroruha Lanchanajyam Uttunga Rakta Vilasatnaka Chakravala Joshna Virahadamahad Hridayandakaram. One has to meditate on the lotus feet of the Lord, which contains the four symbols Vajra Ankushadvaja Saroruha. Ankusha is the stick, Vajra Ankusha. Dvaja Saroruha Lanchanajyam, those are the symbols footprinted there on the lotus feet of the Lord. And then Joshna Virahat Mahad Hridayandhakaram, when we meditate on that lotus feet, the darkness in the heart, it will be removed. Okay, so Uttunga Rakta Vilasadnaka Chakravala, those lotus feet is very reddish. Uttunga Rakta Vilasatnaka Chakravala, and also the nails and the lotus feet of the Lord. So then when we meditate on the lotus feet, the darkness in our heart, it will be removed. Yasaucha nisruda sarit pravarodhakena tidhena mudhyadhikrutena siva bhut jatuh samala saila disrusta vajram jhaye charam bhagavataha charanaravindam. And that lotus feet from the Ganges emanates from, and that water, it will fall on the Lord Shiva's head, and that will purify himself as well. Though he is already pure, Sivaha Sivo Abhut, he will purify further. That lotus feet one has to meditate. Jatuhu Samala Sailam Nisrusta Vajram, that lotus will kick all our sinful activities from so many lifetimes. Jhayachiratha, for how long? Jhayachiram Bhagavataha Charanaravindam. Achiram, for a long time one has to meditate. Jhayachiram Bhagavataha Charanaravindam. Okay, so very beautiful shlokas are there. How to meditate, gradually starting from the lotus feet of the Lord, and then elevate, and then the legs, and then the thighs, and then the navel, and then just gradually a yogi has to meditate. But here in the temples, when we go to the temple, there also we follow the similar kind of process. But when we are going, the progression comes Vidya Vinaya Sampanni. That Vidya Vinaya Sampanni. Automatically he will be acquainted with all the knowledge. Vidya Vinaya, humbleness. When he has got that kind of wealth of humbleness, it is a Vidya Vinaya Sampanni. Sampanni is the wealth. He has acquired that knowledge and the humbleness. Vidya Vinaya Sampanni. Can anyone say that shloka? Gayatri Mataji wanted to say, hands raised.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, that was for another question, Prabhuji, we had that day, so I wanted to ask. Yeah.
Yes, sure, Mataji. Prabhavati Satya Mataji wanted to.
Vidya Vinay Sampanne, the shloka, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, Brahmane Gavihastine, Shuni Chaiva Shapake Cha, Panditaha Samadarshinaha.
Yes, Panditaha Samadarshinaha, who has got equal vision towards the Brahmanas and a elephant, a dog, and a dog eater. Okay, so that is one has to elevate, but though has been there in for so many years, but when we are still discriminating on the body, this is a Brahmana, this is elephant, and still on bodily level, Basmani eva juhoti saha, just pouring the ghee into the ashes. Okay, so but that is when he would realize himself. Okay, okay, again we take the question from Gayatri Mataji now.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Actually, the other day when we were asking what is the difference between Yukta Vairagya and Archana. So they both are same. So Jai Mataji was asking us like, what is the difference? Why are they called differently? Like, what is Yukta Vairagya and what is Archana?
So Yukta Vairagya means, for example, we have got rules and regulations. They can be followed in the Grihastha Ashrama. For example, Brahmacharya, it is described. Brahmacharya means he should not associate with any other woman. But sometimes a Grihastha husband at home, just with only one wife, living very piously, he is also called Grihastha Brahmachari. Okay, that is limited, but he is also treated in a similar way. And he execute all devotional service at home by following rules and regulations. That is called Yukta Vairagya. He knows what is to be done, what is not to be done, but still at home. That is Yukta Vairagya. And doing Arati to the Archa Vigraha, executing the devotional service. Like all our Grihasthas performing this Satsangas at home and executing. These are all Yukta Vairagya. Yukta Vairagya, this Archana, it comes as part of our day-to-day life. Everyone has got deities in their home and they worship since morning, like Mangalarati, doing some prayers. These are all Archana, taking the incense sticks and then doops and further the camphor and then further ghee lamps. Everything is we are offering to. This is Archana. Offering fruits and flowers. These are all Archana. Okay, so the Archana and Yukta Vairagya, they're all embedded. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much. Jay Mataji also had this question, so from both of us, we are asking. Thank you, Prabhuji, for explaining. So, Yukta Vairagya is more like regulated kind of, regulated kind of doing things. Archana is like what we do service to the law, to Krishna. Is this correct, Prabhuji? Like,
Yes, Mataji.
yes. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
And complete Vairagya means we just no more of association with the material world. This is like a the social suicide We do not associate with the materialistic people. That is what I am not part of this materialistic people. I am pure devotee. Likewise, he will associate with other devotees and then staying in the dham. In such a way, he will spend all of his life. Okay, that is pure detachment. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so and also we request dear devotees, if you have got any questions or you wanted to share anything is striking your mind, kindly ask questions, kindly share, and kindly reflect. Hare Krishna, or we shall go with Pawan Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. And yeah, just wanted to thank Mataji, Gayathri Mataji, very beautifully presented with all the references and everything from start to end. It went very smooth and the message has been delivered. So it was in my mind from like sometimes I keep getting that question in mind, like mind always wanders, but we think about peace. And then today it gave like a really straight answer. So thank you so much, Mataji. So I just wanted to thank. I don't have any question, but it answered my doubt, which is which I was having in my heart. So I'm really thankful for this session today. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. You all encourage me and give me some sort of energy to understand myself. When I do this, when Prabhuji asks, it's more for my own purification, which is really nice. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Sandeep Prabhuji, would you like to share anything, Prabhuji?
No, Prabhu. Not anything much to add, Prabhu. She explained beautifully, and it's all easy to follow what she was saying. Yeah, all I got is like, when there is no Krishna consciousness, then there is no peace, no. So, and also just remembering some of those stories related to that, where like bee sitting on a lotus flower trying to enjoy the nectar, knowing that it's getting even darker and the flower petals are going to close, but still because the mind is bewildered, so it still wants to enjoy his desire or senses, so then ending up being eaten by elephant. So that story was coming to my mind. Other than that, no questions, Prabhu. Thank you.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Okay, wonderful reflection. Okay, can I request Gauringi Mataji? If Mataji is not available yet, Jaguridana Mataji.
Sorry, Prabhuji.
Okay, do you have got any questions or any reflections, Mataji?
No, everything explained nicely. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji, and thank you, Prabhuji. Very nicely explained. I don't have any question.
Very brilliant. Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji.
Krishna. In my pranam, like Mataji has explained very nicely, giving the example of Amrish Maharaj and Navda Bhakti and everything. But but still sometimes it's, as I say, like mind is like being sometimes still is wondering and distressed sometimes. But Mataji just explained, but once you have like something happen like that, if it's Krishna, we will come like name and like do his bhakti, then we get this peace and things like that. So thank you.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, nice reflections. Swarup Prabhuji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Gayatri Masaji, it was very nice class, beautifully explained everything. No, Prabhu, I don't have too many things to add, really. I was reflecting on the, something like someone can have a lot of wealth, but if his mind is all over the place and there is no peace, is that person will ever get happiness? That's the question that goes around all the time. No, Prabhu, it's so well explained. I don't have anything more to add. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Prabhuji. And this context, just for one example, in front of us, when we are very hungry and all palatable dishes, everything are prepared very tasty, and the person who is feeding and then finally asks, "Pig, eat all these things only for you, oh pig, oh greedy pig, you just eat it." Then what happens? So even though everything is there, his mind, the words are stuck directly in the heart. He cannot eat all peacefully. So that's why one has to be very careful when speaking and doing anything. Okay, very nice. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, and then Usha Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Did you ask me, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, any questions, any reflections, any
Oh,
comments?
no, Prabhu, thank you, Mataji, for wonderful class. You always give. So, whenever Prabhu asks, you said you are just not a full soul and then you don't know much, but you know so much, Mataji. And then you give so much nice example also. Like you said, when you started the class, you said how to become happy. And then when you said the child in the school, then teacher was telling to write the essay about to be happy or something, but they said that he wants to be happy. So yeah, that is the main thing, how to become happy. But little things is the distracting the life and anything. You want to be happy, but sometimes you can't be happy. You just have to pretend sometimes in front of everybody to you are happy, but inside you sometimes you're not happy also. So have to learn, because when you come in the Krishna consciousness, you try to remember Krishna and then think about the Krishna. So maybe you uh, like when you're not happy or anything, then distract your mind or something, then try to focus on Krishna. So yes, Mataji is really nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Prabhavati Sachi Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you very much for your wonderful class as always. And you have a lot of knowledge, and we are so fortunate to have you and Prabhu in our group. Thank you so much for that.
No, Mataji, I have no knowledge. You
No,
are all.
you do. You are really nicely. Every time is so much knowledge we gain whenever you do the class. Very nice. And thank you for all the references, so beautifully explained. And Srila Prabhupada always quote this peace formula, fifth chapter, 29th verse. You need to understand. He always says that this is the peace formula. Muktaram yajnatapasam, sarvaloka maheshwaram, suridam sarvabhutanam, jnatva mam, shantim rachati. That means if we want to have peace, we have to understand. First, we have to understand who is Krishna, and he is the master of this material nature and also conditioned souls. Unless and until we understand that, it is not possible for to achieve peace. That's what we have to remember. I think that's what I like Srila Prabhupada's that shloka all the time. He explains so beautifully. Thank you so much, Mataji, for everything. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Indulekha Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much. Nice class. We can see that you are rushing to catch up because you started late in your devotional life, and we can see that you are doing very good, Mataji. Keep it up. Thank you. Prabhuji, please, can you shed some light on discrimination? You just said that we should not discriminate, right? That I understand that we should not discriminate between the soul, like animals also have got a soul. But on the other hand, we are told to discriminate, not to associate with non-devotees. So how to explain that? Please.
So, you wanted to recite this shloka, Mataji?
Arthamam sarvabhuteshu bhutam bhutatmanam Vitalayam arhayad dana manayabhyam maitriyabhinena chakshusha. Therefore, through charitable gift and attention, as well as through friendly behavior, and by viewing all to be alike, one should propitiate me, who abide in all creatures as their very self. Hare Krishna.
Okay, very beautiful. And one more Mataji. So let me just get to that one. When Krishna, how he reciprocate with all the people.
Prahabhiva Danaklesa Karastarsha Smitekshanihi Ashvasya Chasvapakebhyo Vareshabhimater Vibhuhu. The Almighty Lord greeted everyone present by bowing his head, exchanging greetings, embracing, shaking hands, looking and smiling, giving assurance and awarding benedictions, even to the lowest in rank.
Thank you, Mataji. So here, Arhayat Danamanabhyam Maitriyacha Abhinnena Chaksha. Abhinnena, we are not discriminating. Abhinnena, equal. We are seeing everyone and give respect to all the living entities. For example, if a fly is going on, we leave that fly on its own. We do not disturb the fly because it is a mosquito, unless it will come and disturb our life. We leave it. And also a dog, a cat, we respect. This is by Arhayat Dana Manabhyam. Dana Manabhyam, through charity and respect. If it is possible, we feed the dogs or cats, anything. This is how we respect. But here, we do not see the body, we see only the soul there. प्रत्यद्घुम प्रषणे अभिवादनं विधीये साधु मितः सुमध्यमे प्राण्यै परस्मै पुरुषः this one again, Lord Shiva says, let me just bring that one. This is, one do not see the bodies, it is only the soul. Of course, Krishna says in many places, but just the right context to bring between this one. This is प्रत्युद्गमन प्रषणे अभिवादनं विधीयते साधु मितः सुमध्यमे प्राण्ये परस्मै पुरुषाय चेतसा गुहासैव न देहमानिने. My dear young wife, certainly friends and relatives offer mutual greetings by standing up, welcoming one another and offering obeisances. But those who are elevated to the transcendental platform, being intelligent, offer such respects to the super soul who is sitting within the body, not to the person who identifies with the body. So this is as part of the Daksha Yajna. So Lord Shiva was a deep absorption in the Vasudeva. He was meditating, and then in that mood, while Daksha was going into the Sabha, so he did not see it. And here Lord Shiva is offering obeisances onto that Vasudeva. Tattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Siddhitam Yadite Tatra Puman Apavrutaha Sattvecha Tasmin Bhagavan Vasudevo Hedoktiyo Me Namasa Vidhiyate. He mentions this particular shloka, I think before this one. Yeah, so that particular shloka he mentions to Sati Devi. Yeah, this is next shloka. Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Siddhitam Yadite Tatra Puman Apavritaha Sattvecha Tasmin Bhagavan Vasudevo Hedoktiyo Me Namasa Vidhiyate. I always engaged in offering obeisances to Lord Vasudeva in pure Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is always pure consciousness, in which The Supreme Personality of Godhead, known as Vasudeva, is revealed without any covering. So in the previous shloka, if we reflect the mood of here, Lord Shiva, he is seeing the super soul. He is seeing the Vasudeva in the heart of all living entities. He is not seeing the bodies like he is a Daksha, he is the king, he is my father-in-law, like that. He is not seeing the bodies. So this is Guhasayeva, only the super soul, not the Hemani, not the bodies. Again, when Krishna in the Dwaraka, he comes from Hastinapura to Dwaraka, there are so many people. One is the family members, friends, children, and then other ministers, and also the citizens, and also there are many other people. He need to reciprocate with each and everyone. How he is reciprocating? Reciprocating is Prahva Abhivadhana, Aslesha, Karasparsha, Smitexhanaihi, Asvasacha, Aswapakebhyo, Varesha Abhimataihi Vibhuhu, Varehi Abhimataihi Vibhuhu. So by bowing his head to his father, the elders, and Abhivadana, by greeting with words like other Ugrasena and many other respectable personalities, Aslesha, embracing dear friends, like that. For example, Pradyumna's son and children are coming, just hugging them, embracing, and Karasparsha, shaking hands, Smite Chenaihi, by glancing smiles to some people. It may not be possible to go and give hug to everyone straight away, but based on their positions. This is by glancing smile and by encouragement, Aswasacha, Aswapakebhyo, down to the lowest rank of dog eaters. Varehi, by benedictions, by giving. Some people are very happy if they receive some kind of money and the needful things. And Abhivadanaihi, as desired by Vibhuhu, the Almighty. Okay, this is the Almighty Lord greeted everyone. In such a way, we have to reflect in the similar mode. Though there are cats and dogs and anything, we see only the supers, the consciousness in that living entity, not the bodies. And in such a way, Kapil Bhagwan says, Arhayet Atmam Sarvbhuteshu Bhutatmanam Krudalayam Arhayet Dadavanabhyam Maitriyacha Abhinena Chakshisha. Treat them as equal. Abhinena Chakshisha. So, by giving charitable gifts and respect, as well as through friendly behavior, and by viewing all to be alike, one should propitiate me, and who abide in all creatures as their very self. This is also, it leads to the peace formula. Swayambhu Manu says to Dhruv Maharaj, Titikshavaha Karunaya Maitreya cha Akila Jantushu Samatvena Sarvatma Bhagavan Samprasidati Samprasanne Bhagavati Purushaha Prakrutaihi Gunaihi Vimukto Jiva Nirmukto Brahma Nirvana Mruchati. That is the peace formula. When we treat all the living entities equal, Titikshava, Karunaya, Maitriya cha Akila Jantushu, then Lord will be Samatvena Sarvatma Bhagavan Samprasidati. Lord will be very pleased. When Lord is pleased, Sampanne Sampranne, what is that one? When the Samprasanne Bhagavati, Purushaha Prakrutehi Gunaihi, and he will make that person Purushaha Prakrutehi Gunaihi, from the material modes of nature. He will relieve from Vimukto Jivo Nirmukto Brahma Nirvana Mrityati. Jai Mataji previously mentioned in her presentations about Dhruv Maharaj. Okay, this is how we see by giving through charitable gifts and attention, well respect, Arhyat Dadamana Bhyam Maitriyacha Akila Abhinena Chakshisha. Okay, that is the mode. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, Jai Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, Mataji, my goodness. I always enjoy listening to your classes. You so nicely explain everything. So even people like me can understand. And what I liked was how you used the example you used to make us understand about what is part and parcel of Krishna, and then you gave an analogy of red blood cell. I really like that. And just like Prabhati Sachi Mataji as well, I chose the one where it says you need to understand who is Krishna first and build a relationship like that, and not just make a show off of any advancement. So that is the bit I liked. And for me also, when you were talking, controlling the senses, I was thinking of my tongue, because it's like I enjoy eating hot chili food, and I'm like thinking, how can I control this? But talking about the tongue as well, you used the example of the nanny yesterday, that she would just be with everybody, but always her mind she would always be chanting. So Keshav Swami uses the term all the time, that you can be in the world but not of the world. So those kind of things were coming to my mind when you were talking. But I really, really loved your class so much. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Gayathri Mataji, you want to say anything?
No, Prabhuji. Yeah, thank you, Jai Mataji. That's all. Thank you. You remembered all the points, and you're going again. Like the cow will chew. That's what when we listen, we just don't listen, but later we have to sit and think about it and come back and, okay, what was this? Why are we doing this? What did we hear? So they say how the cow will first eat, but then it will sit and it will bring it back, and again it will start chewing and chewing and chewing and understand. Like similarly, we have to understand. So thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so now we got Sita Sundari Mataji. So Mataji, our senior most devotee here. Mataji shares a lot with us. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Prabhuji, don't tell like that. All senior devotees are there, and exalted devotees, intelligent devotees. So they already mentioned everything. I don't have anything to add, just my realization. I can recap to make me prove that I understood a little bit. But Mataji explained very nicely. Just I was contemplating about that, about our life, human life. What happens from our childhood? We find that engagement from home. What we do, we engage our children with the toys. We send the children at school to make them engage, only to control their mind. Otherwise, they are running here and there. Not only the child, after the childhood, like our life, gradually what we are doing in everywhere, we are trying to control, like engaging our mind, like body or our senses, to only controlling our mind. Otherwise we feel distress, we feel frustration. So that is everything. If we calculate, we find that everything to control our mind. But until or unless we like it is our culture also. In from any religion, we find that in a one day per week they go to the church, they go to the, like parents take their children at the temple or church, like that. This became our culture, but we never think like we never bring out why it became the culture like that. That until or unless we add our mind to the devotional service, with our, like, when we engage our mind with devotional service, at that time the mind can, my intelligence is higher than mind, so we can apply our intelligence. So at that time the mind is like our intelligence become purifies, and we can, and how it comes with the devotional service. And in materialistic way they think that if we do yoga or meditation we can like become healthy, our mind becomes peace. But peace doesn't come through material perception or with materialistic activities. The yoga is so-called yoga is like only some activities or trying to control the body mind, so it doesn't really help. So how it can help? When wisdom develops our consciousness. And it is also like very clear in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the Shikshashtakam, Cheta Darpana Marjanam, the very first paragraph. So until we don't clean our heart, the devotion will not be appear. Devotion, meditation. What is the function of meditation? When we add Krishna consciousness. So that is why. Um, and what happened also, we find when Mataji was telling about giving example of Ambarish Maharaj, how he engages his all senses, even nose for smelling the flowers or tulsi. So at that time I remembered that maybe all of you know about His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. When he was in coma, he came to one of his very dear like disciple, and he was asking that let me smell the tulsi, because I have very difficulties for breathing. Let me smell the tulsi. So and from India they had always contact what is going on about it was when Maharaj was had corona, at that time it was happened, maybe all of you know. But I was thinking and contemplating that how a pure devotee, he was in coma in subconsciousness, but he still remember, like he can realize, and he came to a dream of his disciple, and he is obviously a pure soul, otherwise how the soul to soul connect each other. So he came to his or her dream, and he asked to smell the tulsi. So how pure soul they are. So that is what my like realization in short. Thank you, Mataji, that it was wonderful, and you explained everything, and it's very clear. And few session we are talking about this. In fact, this is happening. Why I gave the example from childhood to until our death. Always we are trying to control our mind, with many things. But when we will get our, like, purify our intelligence, and when we can make, how we can purify our mind also, mind or intelligence, by chanting Harinam Mahamantra and with the devotee association. Then we will be able to do the take the service to Lord. Then it will be we will get the peace and happiness. And that's why Prabhupada mentioned that chant and be happy. So without chanting, not only in no other mantra, only Mahamantra. What is the Mahamantra? Hare Krishna, everybody.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare.
So Prabhupada concluded our objective that we are the soul, and what is our identification? জীবের স্বরূপ হয় নিত্য কৃষ্ণ দাস. We are the eternal servant of Lord. So only the Haren Namo Kevalam. So only in this Kali Yuga, without Harinam Mahamantra, we don't have any alternative. So only Harinam Mahamantra can make us happy. And happiness only comes from spiritual platform. Otherwise, no, other happiness, material happiness, that is not happiness. Permanent happiness is only comes from spiritual, like transcendental what I can tell that, and it comes from Harinam Mahamantra. That is the conclusion of all of these two verses. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very beautiful, Mataji. Very nectarian points and stressing. Okay, so this is how we are progressing in spiritual life. So antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yah prayati samadbhavam yati nasti atra samsayah. Remembering Krishna at the last moments, that is the practice. Throughout, this is a lifetime practice. As Bhakchar Maharaj, he remembers by all his devotional service to his spiritual master and Krishna, and elevating other devotees. So many things he has carried out. That remembers in the last moment. Very beautiful, Mataji. Thank you for sharing that one. Do you have Ramlala Prabhuji as well, Mataji?
Is there, but no, he is in pain. No, sorry for that.
Yeah, no worries, Mataji. Thank you so much. Okay, any other comments or questions or reflections, dear devotees?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Like, even though we are in Krishna consciousness, then we get happy, but like, still let's say like Dukkhala is Saswatam, that sloka, I just forget, because this is all this only Dukkhala. So only when we put the Krishna, then we can get a little bit peace, but otherwise again we have like, because
Yes, Mataji. So this one, we have to tolerate. That is the only thing. Just if we simply tolerate for some time, then the time will come. Material things are not permanent. Everything else, the soul is eternal.
yeah, 'cause nobody can like sukh every time. Yeah, so this is also a planet, like, where we are living.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, you know why there is a dukh? Why it's called Dukhalayam? If it was sukh all the time, we would be happy living in this world. And Krishna does not want us to stay here. He wants to take us. So he gives us the dukh. Then we think about him and we try to go back home. That is why there's dukh here. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful.
Exactly, Mataji.
Yeah,
Yeah, just Kunti Mataji also asked for sorrow. That's the main reason, so she can see Krishna often. Yes, Mataji. Very well.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Anything else? Otherwise, we shall move on to the next part. Okay, thank you so much, dear devotees. Can I request all devotees to unmute and do 3 Lord Hari Bols to Gayathri Mataji, please? And Sita Sundari Mataji as well. and all the
Hari bol, hari
Hari
bol,
Bol.
hari
Hari
bol.
Bol. Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Mataji, for
Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
yeah.
Prabhuji, maybe material material age, from material age I am senior, but in spiritual aspect I am so young. So all of you are like senior than me. Please don't
No,
make me
Mataji. We are
embarrassed.
all,
No, no,
before
no,
we learning
Prabhuji.
how
I
to
am
do
learning.
this.
I am learning from all of you. Thank you for giving opportunity to learn and be there. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Very beautiful, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji, for the important of like in Harinam. You say it is very important. That is the Kali Yuga is that is the mantra. So thank you for saying that.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, this is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. ite षोडशकं नाम्नां कलिकल्मषनाशकं नातः परतः उपायः सर्ववेदेषु दृश्यते. This is the only one mantra when we look at all the shastras. Sarvavedeshu drishyate. Okay, very beautiful. Okay, we shall move on to the next Narsimha prayers. Okay, any volunteers would like to lead so that everyone follow?
Prabhuji, I can do, but beginning you start, please, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Pawan Prabhuji, would you like to do that one, Prabhuji?
Sure, Prabhuji. उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्
Jagutana Mataji,
Yeah,
please
yeah,
that
yeah,
time. We
Prabhuji.
all follow behind you.
Yeah, yeah. Namaste Narasingaya.
Namaste
Narasimhaya.
Palladaladaine.
Praladalaine
Hiranyakasipurvaksaha.
Hiranyakasipurvakshaha
Tilatankanakalaye.
Shilatankanakalaye
Ito narsima pareto narsimo.
Ito Narsimho Bharato Narsimho
Yato yato yami tato narsima.
Yato Yami Tato Narsimho
Pahire narsimo hridaye narsimo.
Ahi Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho
Narasim adim saranam prapade.
Narashinghamadim Sharanam Prapade
Tava kara kamalabare nakam adbhuta sringam. Dalita hiranyakasipu tanubringam. केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
अद्भुत श्रीराम सीता हिरण्यकशिपुलिङ्गम् नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव
जय
नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय
प्रहलाद
महाराज
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 प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय शिला प्रभुपाद जय शिला प्रभुपाद जय शिला प्रभुपाद
जय श्रीला
जय शिला
जय शिला
जय शिला प्रभुपाद जय शिला प्रभुपाद
जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी
जय
जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी
जय गौरीताय जय गौरीनाथाय जय गौरंगा जय गौरंताय
जय गौरनिताय जय
गौरनिताय
गौरनिताय
जय गौरनिताय
जय गौर निताय गौर
सीताय गौर हरि
हरि
बोल
बोल
हरि
हरि बोल
बोल
हरि
हरि
बोल
बोल
निताय गौर
सीताय गौर हरि बोल थैंक यू
निताय गौर
मीना
हरि बोल
हरि बोल
हरि बोल निताय गौर
हरि बोल
नरसिंहदेव भगवान की
भगवान की जय
जय
शिला
महाराज
प्रभुपाद
की
की जय
जय
थैंक
प्रपाद
यू
की
मीना माता जी
जय
गौरी भक्त वृंद की
थैंक यू एवरीवन थैंक यू फॉर गिविंग मी चांस
जागृति धना माता जी की
जय
जय
Oh, Danvat Pranam. Sorry, sorry. If I make any
हरि
mistake,
बोल
Prabhuji, thank you for giving me chance. Thank you
Very
everyone
nice. Very
listening to
beautiful,
me.
Mataji.
No, thank you, Mataji. No, no, I'm just still learning.
We are all
I
learning,
know.
Mataji.
Yes,
No,
we are all
Mataji,
learning.
you are doing very well, very nicely
very nice.
explained and everything.
It is beautiful to be a student, Mataji, all the time.
Nah, no,
Student
you
life
are
is
very
best part.
senior.
Yes.
No, thank you, Mataji. It's very nice to
Yes.
hearing everyone.
Thank you
Hare
so
Krishna.
much.
हरे कृष्ण
Okay, dear devotees, if you're all happy, and then if no questions, no sharings, then we shall conclude our session for today. And see you tomorrow morning for Japa session at 5:30 a.m. Okay, we are coming nearer to Gaura Purnima. So tomorrow is also there are festivals in the temple again on the Tuesday also. And there is a full festival. Our Gaur Purnima is coming on Tuesday. And also Swarup Prabhuji, so I think you
Sorry. Prabhuji, tomorrow is a holy darshan over there at the temple?
Yes, Mataji, there is a festival in the temple. It's starts from 2 o'clock and it will go on till 9:30 till 9:30. The darshan will be there. But from 2 o'clock to between 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock, if someone wants to get there, they need to get the free ticket. But otherwise, if you are coming before that, then it should be fine.
But there is a holy darshan, right?
Holika Dahan, I think, tomorrow.
That is there also. Yeah.
Yeah, holy.
Yes, that's
What
right.
time, and they need a ticket for that as well?
That will happen between that 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock, but there is no. I haven't seen any specific time. Pawan Prabhuji, have you seen any specific time for that? Or Meena
No,
Mataji?
probably. Usually that will be evening.
In
So
the evening, because last year
and
also we were there, weren't we, Prabhu?
yeah,
Yes, that's right.
yeah. No, last year I was not there, but we went to
Okay,
that.
because
Yes.
some of the family member wants to go to, they said it's children want to go there, so they don't know the timing and how they get the ticket. But I not seen any message or anything today otherwise.
Yeah, there is no time, Mataji. There is no. They haven't given any specific time. I think last year they did it around that 5-6 o'clock from memory.
But they can go anytime, right? 2 to 8.
Between 2 to 8, but 2 to 8, they need to get a free ticket to enter between 2 to 8.
Okay. And how they getting have you said the link or anything? Or
The